In this video, we will be taking you through the contract award notice, giving some background on when and how the notice is to be used, and what information needs to be included when publishing one. The contract award notice is a compulsory notice which sets out an authority's intention to enter into a contract. The notice is designed to provide transparency when a contracting authority is awarding a contract. It notifies the market and the public of the outcome of a procurement process and alerts the market to the fact that a contract is about to be entered into. This notice can also be used to inform the market if a contracting authority decides not to proceed with one or more lots covered by a procurement after the closure of the tendering period. In most cases, the contract award notice will start the standstill period, which will allow for interested parties to challenge the decision to award the contract before the contract is signed. A contracting authority who is planning to enter into a contract may not do so before they have published a contract award notice and issued assessment summaries in relation to tenders included in the final assessment. The requirement to publish a contract award notice is the same for frameworks as it is for any other contract and is required for the setup of both open and closed frameworks. However, there are certain contracts outlined in the Act for which the contracting authority is not required to publish a contract award notice. These are direct award user choice contracts, call-off contracts awarded under defence and security frameworks, and regulated below threshold contracts. There are some differences in the information that needs to be provided in contract award notices published by private utilities, and further details on these differences can be found in the associated guidance and regulations. The following information must be included when publishing a contract award notice, though please note that not all of this information will be required in all circumstances, and authorities should refer directly to the regulations and associated guidance, as this information is only being provided as a general guide to the notice requirements. The information is information about the contracting authority, the title of the procurement, the unique identifier relating to the contract and, if applicable, the framework or dynamic market under which the contract was awarded, information relating to the subject matter of the contract, information relating to the suppliers which have been awarded the contract, such as the supplier's name, postal and email address, as well as information relating to any associated or connected persons of the supplier, unless that information is secured information, as described in the regulations. The date when the contracting authority made the decision to award the contract, information relating to each lot of the contract, such as the name of the awarded supplier, the title and distinct number allocated to each lot, as well as information relating to the goods, services or works to be supplied, including any relevant CPV codes. Where the public contract is being awarded in accordance with the framework, details of whether the procedure used was either a competitive selection process for frameworks under Section 46, or an award without further competition under Section 45 of the Act. Where the contract is itself a framework that is being awarded under an open framework, the unique identifier for the procurement of the last framework awarded under the open framework, unless no framework has previously been awarded. Where the public contract is being awarded under an appropriate part of a dynamic market, the distinct number given to that part of the dynamic market. Whether the contract is a special regime contract, and if so, whether it is a concession contract, a light touch contract, or a utilities contract. Confirmation that the awarding contracting authority has provided an assessment to each supplier that submitted an assessed tender, and the date those assessment summaries were provided. The total estimated value of the contract, the total number of tenders submitted and the total number of tenders ultimately assessed by the contracting authority, the total number of unsuccessful tenders assessed which were submitted by SMEs or non-governmental organisations as defined in the regulations, except in the case of a direct award made under Section 41 or 43 of the 2023 Act. Where the contract or framework has been awarded other than in accordance with an existing framework, which of the following procedures was used? An open procedure, a competitive flexible procedure, or a direct award under Section 41 or 43 of the Act. Confirmation of whether a tender notice was used to reserve the contract to supported employment providers or public service mutuals in accordance with Section 32 or 33 of the Act, and whether the contract was awarded to such a supplier. the end date of any standstill period which applies, or, if no standstill period applies, any date before which the contracting authority has determined not to enter into the contract. The date the contracting authority expects that they will enter into the contract. In the case of direct awards, certain information referred to in Regulation 27, as laid out in detail in the regulations. Where the contract is being awarded by reference to lots, and the contracting authority is using the contract award notice to give notice that it is ceasing to procure all of the goods, services, and work set out in one or more of those lots, the authority must also provide information about the lot which is no longer being procured. For a full list of the information required to be included in this notice, please refer to the full regulations and associated guidance.